You know, I always talk about my idea about the game that I would want to design, and I always keep it under wraps. But I just got a feeling I'll never get around to doing it. And if I do it, it would be too late because I just spoke about it. The idea that I've always had for a game that hasn't really been pursued as of recent, or ever, I don't think, is a sandbox. Now, hear me out. I know I just got done talking about sandbox shooters and how those are getting old, but a competitive oriented sandbox shooter, top down. And when I mean top down, I'm thinking, let's say that's the screen, right? I'm thinking like this would be the size of the guy, right? Maybe even backed out more. So let's zoom out a little bit. I'm trying to put it in a perspective where this would be the screen space right here, the white. And this is what you would actually see. And I'd want the guy like towards the bottom. I wouldn't want him in the middle. It'd be like probably like 40%. 40%. You know, ratio would be 40% down here, 70% up here. Like, you know, so it'd be like an interior. What are the tools on this thing, man? But here's my big selling point. So like the map would be bigger, right? Like it'd go like a lot farther up. It'd be like Call of Duty size map. Think about Call of Duty, but like you just think about a Call of Duty size map, but you back up the camera all the way up to like this perspective. Okay? But here's the thing. Here's the big game changer for me. Right? So there'd be these interiors would actually have design inside, right? Like whatever. You know. You go in here. Right? There's a little window right here. But while you're outside, ladies and gentlemen, when you're outside, you can't see what's inside. Call it the fog of war. So when this player goes inside, boom, he's able to see the makeup or design of the interior, but cannot see on the outside. So there's like a big fog. Like, so basically the roof comes off the interior, and now you can't see the exterior. You can only hear. And you can only see like a little bit outside of the entryways, right? When you're inside. But imagine like capture the flag. Imagine capture the flag, and you have your little respawn pockets, right? And they, and you have a balanced map, and there's a flag way up there. Like, that would be kind of fun. Anyways, I made a demo of it. And I wish I had the demo to show you guys. It was pretty awesome. Zenkai Racer. Whoa! $200 donation. Says, bruh, this is $400 now. But who cares? This is fucking the dog. I don't care what you do. But promote the goddamn best. Praise be the dog. Show us the demo. I don't have the demo. Thank you for the $200 donation, Zenkai Racer. I don't have the demo. I built a map and everything. Had a texture, had an artist arted it up, and we had CTF attached to it. It was pretty fun. Oh, by the way, the shooting, the way the controls would work, it wouldn't be a static map. Like your player, it wouldn't be like this the whole time, right? Like if I'm looking this, like let's say if I'm straight up looking this way, my player stays static, is what I'm saying, and the map rotates as I move. So it's not like a stick shooter. It's more like playing Call of Duty. The controls would be the exact same. Does that make sense? So when I look to the left, the whole screen shifts. The map shifts. My player stays stationary, but the map shifts. It wouldn't be like a static map and my player's running around a static map. No. No. The camera's following the character, and it's always looking at the direction of where the character's looking. And the map rotates based off how I'm looking. I just know multiplayer's never existed as a competitive shooter, top-down shooter. Like, have you guys ever played a multiplayer top-down shooter that has, like, capture the flag game modes and stuff? You know why I think this would be appealing if it's done correctly? First off, I think it'd be a lot of fun. Number two, it'd be easy for anybody to grab it. I think it would hit a wide spectrum of people. right? I think it would hit an extremely wide spectrum of people. And I think the fog of war thing is like really the game changer. I think, like, you know, you could shoot into interiors and exterior, and then shoot out of the interior, but you don't know who you're shooting at. And I think that second-to-second sort of experience between the outside and the inside is really the game changer for me. I love Doc. Thank you for the $5. Check out Foxhole on Steam. It's a top-down sandbox shooter online. Is it? Let me check it out. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Let me see if it's something that I'm talking about.
Dude, this is epic, Blue.
The tank it can't be hit if you block the shells. Enemy hits.
Oh, body armor.
Although you don't have the best.
Oh no, this game's about to get dope. This game is about. I've been waiting for it for a while.
Like,
Okay, so one thing already that's different from my idea is that obviously they have a static camera or a static the perspective. It's always this, like you're not you know, the player's not dictating the movement of the map and different angles and all that stuff. You're basically, it's a static camera and you are only able to see from this angle, from this perspective all the time. And your player can like turn around, do all that stuff. Okay, I mean, I get it,
okay, there's.
Okay, so I will comment on the height of the camera. The height of the camera is pretty close to the demo that I had. So you see the character here. Let me blow this up. It's a spider cam.
Oh, firing the big gun. Oh.
Nice.
Alright,
well,
oh! Say wrecked us.
Dang.
Respawn. Get the gunner spot. Though.
Yes. I know.
Now, do I
right?
want to
So we're gonna
spawn at? Yeah, I
hometown.
guess I gotta spawn at hometown.
Yeah, so this was pretty close. This was pretty close. I think the camera that I had was maybe a little, like just a fraction pulled back, just a tad, right? And it was more on top. This is actually angled down a little bit, so I would bring mine a little bit more over the top of the soldier. And then the soldier, as you can tell, is in the middle of the screen, exact middle of the screen. I had my soldier right about here. But see how these angles are pretty crazy on this house? Like, it would be more vertical. So you wouldn't be able to see, like... But imagine going in this house and like, see, like right now, you can't see what's inside of it. And if someone were inside, they wouldn't be able to see outside. And then you go inside and the roof comes off. The outside becomes black. Plus, it was faster. Player movement was a lot faster, like Call of Duty fast. Guns Royale is a mobile top-down FPS battle royale with the same concept you're talking about. Guns Royale. I saw that. It's way off what I'm talking about. Discon Begod, welcome back 3 months. J-Bond, thank you for the fives. Type in YouTube mini battlegrounds. It has the inside-outside fog of war you're talking about. Really? Okay, obviously this is like so bring it back just a tad and put the camera over the guy just a little bit, right? So it's a little bit more top-down, not so angular. But I want to see him go in the interior. Does he go in the interior? Let's see here. All right, does he go in the interiors? He doesn't go into one. So what you just described is a mix of top view from the first GTA, gameplay, mix of this War of Mine, plus mini battlegrounds. There you have it, resumed it. Mixed with Call of Duty controls. Because literally I had the same controls as Call of Duty. So imagine Call of Duty controls, just take the camera from first person and throw it up in the air. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so take the camera, just go down just a tad, just a little. I'm telling you, it's a little bit of an angle to it, but this is pretty close in terms of the height of the camera. In terms of the height of the camera, I'd probably pull the camera back just a little bit more. The player would be a little bit bigger, but.
Here we go into the game. Oh God, I'm actually really excited about this. I was like, you know,
This is interesting though. There are some layers right here.
That is an axe. Oh no.